Welcome back to Ravens Today. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda, giving you all the latest updates on anything and all things Ravens. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. Really do appreciate it. Please keep subscribing to the channel, liking all the videos. Really do appreciate all of you guys. Let's dive into the latest injury update. So, like I said yesterday, Teddy Buchanan was out with an injury, and it's Harbaugh confirmed the worst. He said that it's just awful, man. Buchanan tore his ACL. Hopefully, we'll see him back for training camp next season. Just unfortunate because he was having a really good season, and he looked really good next to Roquan. So, it's just unfortunate, and really looking forward to having him back as soon as possible. But praying for a speedy recovery for him. Chidobe Awuzie, pretty much it's up in the air with him. Doesn't look too significant, but we'll see how it goes. We do got pretty, tight schedule for the next 10 days or so. So again, we'll see how it goes. We were able to. Chidobe Awuzie was out of the game, but we still were able to hold our own against the Bengals, or as I like to call them, the Bungles. So I'm all right with this. Let's have him. I want him out there, but because he's really been a huge part of this Ravens defense, especially in the secondary. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Also mentioned that Ronnie Stanley was limping heading into the locker room after the Bengals game, but said that he's just dealing with some soreness, so we'll get our left tackle back sooner rather than later. He'll probably play against the Patriots on Sunday. But overall, not too horrible. I mean, it's really unfortunate that Teddy Buchanan has a torn ACL. But the show goes on, and we got to keep grinding it out. We got to keep winning games, and looking forward to having him back next season, man. All right, so Marlon Humphrey mentioned this, that there was a lot of talk amongst the defense that this was a do or die. It was, you got to go out there and had to win, or you had to die trying. That mentality right there, oof. Look how well they did. They shut out the Bengals, who destroyed us in that Thanksgiving game. Marlon Humphrey knew. He was like, dude, fellas, we got to do this. We got to go out there. We got to win, or we got to die trying. The defense stepped up all the way this game. Against Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, against that. We embarrassed the Bengals. We brought the belt out and just whacked them, I want that mentality every single game. Because now we need it more than ever. We got the Patriots, Green Bay, Steelers. Like I said in yesterday's video, Steelers game will probably decide the AFC North. You got to keep that mentality every single week. Every single week is just it's do or die. We got to go out there, and that applies to the offense too. Not just the defense, because the defense really stepped up in that game against the Bengals. Ravens offense stepped up in the second half. Let's just, use that mentality for the full game. And then cruise and keep that mentality right into the playoffs. All right? It brings up that, the night before the game, Zach Orr issued that challenge. Go out there, die trying. He implored the unit to start playing together, which means that the defense never played together. And it's, of course, they played together, but they weren't in rhythm. And Orr saw that. It's we gotta win or die trying. It united the team, at least on the defensive side, to say, hey, we gotta communicate. We gotta, get this ship going. And look what happened. They shut out the Bengals. No score whatsoever. Nothing. Nada. Zip. Not even a field goal. Humphrey also mentioned that Ed Reed's presence in the building last week also helped it with that challenge. He said that Ed Reed gave several talks, including that the snacks needed to be taken out of the meeting rooms, which I think is pretty, pretty funny. But at the same time, Ed Reed knows his stuff. Greatest safety of all time. It's, it's shouldn't even be a debate. He knows. He's been on a Super Bowl winning Ravens team. It's that pretty much that simple. You just go out there and work together as a unit. Communicate. Look what happened. Kyle Van Noy got the interception on Joe Burrow. Handed it off to Alohi Gilman because he knew Gilman was going to was much faster and could get around the around the Bengals offense a lot better than he could. He handed it off. Alohi Gilman was gone to the house. Kyle Van Noy still got the interception credit, but it was Gilman that got the picks, the 6 out of it. That's communication right there. That's go out there, win, communicate, die trying. That's the mentality we need, especially for what we got up in the next couple of weeks. We got the Patriots, who were in a nail biter against the Bills, still lost, but still. This is December, by the way. December, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's lethal in December. But you can't take anything for granted, especially against the Patriots, who were the division leaders for multiple weeks. This is a completely 180 turned Patriots from 1 year ago, from 2 years ago. So then you got the Packers, who I will not take for granted here. Mind you, Michael Parsons is out for the season with an ACL tear. But still, it doesn't matter. Like I said in yesterday's video, there's no taking this for granted at all. You need to get in there and play your heart out every single week. You got to get into the playoffs. And if you keep this mentality, you keep going, making a deep run into the playoffs. I'm not saying this is a Super Bowl winning team. I don't want to say it is. I'm not jinxing it at all. Knock on wood. But what I saw against the Bengals is a team that knows how to get down and dirty. Flashes of the 2000 Ravens defense. Mind you, not like that we were bullies back then. We were bullies. We're not bullies now. We were in a bend or break mentality for multiple weeks. But watching that, it shows that our defense is in rhythm. Now we're going to get that going on the offense for the full game. I want to see that against the Patriots, the Packers, the Steelers. Mind you, we got the Patriots on Sunday and then the Packers on Saturday. It's a pretty tough turnaround. You got Drake May on one end and Jordan Love on the other. It's a tough week. And then we got the Steelers after that. This isn't going to be easy, but when are things ever easy for the Baltimore Ravens? We can handle the Patriots, we can handle the Packers, and we can win the AFC North from the Steelers and get a good spot into the playoffs. That's how this team should, what this team should embrace is the fact that, hey, we're going to win out or die trying. We're going to win out or die trying. That's the mentality that this Ravens on offense and defense should have. Thank you for tuning into Ravens Today. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda. Again, thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel. Really do appreciate it. Have a good one, everyone.